This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
It's Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. It's Black Friday today. November 25th, exactly. A month before Christmas Day.
Can I admit something to you?
Sure, for sure. Oh, for
Driving
sure.
in this morning, I forgot it was Black Friday.
Yeah.
Like, I was going through my head what I wanted to do today, because there's a bit of running around that I have to do. And of course, it would be today. Completely forgetting that today was Black Friday. And then it dawned on me, and I'm like,
So now you're going to run into crowds.
Son of a... And I'm thinking, can I put any of it off to avoid doing some of it today because it's Black Friday? But my point being, has it lost some of the... I want to say excitement, craziness.
Yeah, it absolutely has.
That it used to have, because everybody knew when Black Friday was. As you pointed out yesterday, it used to be just an American thing. So quite often we would go across the border, not me personally, but people would travel across the border.
See, it's funny you say
to get
that,
the sales.
because we used to run ads saying, "Don't cross the border, shop here." Right? That was a thing.
Well, and that's it.
Yeah.
And yes, you were trying to convince people to stay and shop locally.
Yep.
And then stores started to pick it up here. And it became kind of a North American thing. But the lineups at 5 o'clock in the morning and the like certain things on sale and only for this day and only like for the weekend, there doesn't seem to be, and maybe I'm crazy. No.
Much, and there are two reasons why, but go ahead. Yeah.
As much hype around it.
Yeah. No, I believe that. Number one, because people are doing so much online that you don't have to be there anymore. And secondly, Black Friday sales started 2 months ago.
And you think that's why? You
I
really
think so.
do?
You don't have to. I mean, there are some things.
No, because I said I started some of the Black Friday sales I started to see last weekend and take advantage of.
I don't know, when was it? Like 10 years ago? If you wanted to get that $300 TV at Walmart and you lived in Missouri, you had to line up at 10 o'clock the night before. And now they don't do that anymore.
No.
Black Friday sales start like Monday of that week, and you can order it online. They'll let you know when you're there.
And it's good until December 30th.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it has to be today, the first 50 people through the door.
Exactly. We've kind of lost that.
Do you think it was
I think we're not a world like that anymore. There are a lot of things in the world that we won't do anymore, and lining up is one of them.
Okay.
We won't do it anymore.
And do you think that's pandemic, or do you think that was before the pandemic?
I think that was before the pandemic. I think it's coincidental.
Do you think the violence had anything to do with it too? Because you were guaranteed there'd always be a trampling or a shooting, or something.
It's up on
something
YouTube
horrible.
by 9 o'clock. This mayhem.
The mayhem.
Because they wanted to get the latest toy, or we're not that world anymore. I don't believe that we would stand for it as shoppers. We're way too used to convenience. We're way too used to things being at our fingers. It's just not worth
it anymore. It's like, I think that's a good deal, but I don't need it that badly.
I'm not going to stand outside for 8 hours and wait for there's nothing I would wait 8 hours. Maybe a vehicle, because with the vehicle shortage.
If I was guaranteed it. But you were never guaranteed that you would be. And that's what created the craziness. The shoving and the grabbing and the fighting and
And the lining up on Boxing Day, which I've done. I remember years ago when Steph was young, we were lining up outside of Future Shop, when it was Future Shop. And we get there at 4:45, it opened at 6, something like that.
Okay.
On Boxing Day, because I was a great dad. She was going to buy a new thing. It's a phone that didn't have a cord. It was called a cellular phone.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a flip phone.
Amazing.
Or did I buy one? I can't remember. Anyway, I do remember she was with me because it was the coolest thing to buy this thing. And it was called an MP3 player. And it's like, how do I get the music on this? And well, Dad, you have to download it.
I don't understand this, but let's buy it.
Yeah. And it was 152 gigs. Like it held like 12 songs. It was the tiniest thing. But why would you need more than 12 songs, right, Steph? 32 gigs later. It's just a different world now. You know what else has changed? Telethons. Nobody sits and fundraises on a 20-hour telethon anymore because we just hit it, donate.
From Black Friday to telethon.
No, there's so many things that technology has changed that we just won't sit and watch anymore. We won't line up anymore.
So you do think it's more the technology?
Absolutely.
With today.
And the patience of the way our lives are, that just because it's Black Friday doesn't mean I will line up. There's nothing else I need to line up for anymore. I don't line up for concert tickets anymore. I just go on Ticketmaster.
Yeah, but you're saying we should go back to that.
For Ticketmaster, yeah. For Black Friday, you're out of here. You're crazy,
But it did take me back. It just surprised me
But
that
I love
I'd
the
forgotten
crowds.
about it.
I love them. You don't love them? You don't like them.
Oh,
I love
really?
them.
Are you being
Yeah,
serious?
I absolutely am.
I hate crowds. I pay for convenience. And I'm honestly, I do.
Totally get
I
it.
do not want to be like you. I will not wait in line. I don't like crowds.
Okay.
I want the convenience or the relaxation. Because it's not relaxing.
I didn't call this at all. I'm totally wrong with
Anxiety, over-the-top stress when there's crowds. I would rather go at 10:30 in the morning when nobody's at the mall.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, I like a good deal.
Yeah.
But if it means avoiding other people in the store, then I will go in the middle of the week at 10:30 in the morning. If it's on sale, it's on sale. If not, then that's on me.
Of everybody in my life, you love Christmas. You're at the top of the list.
I love
like
Christmas.
So I'm shocked that being swept up in the...
That's not Christmas.
No, because
No.
that's what I love.
No.
I love
What's
the
Christmas
crowds
to
of
me
people.
Is taking the kids to the Quinte Mall and seeing the train. And just seeing shoppers. Not the craziness of, we
I
got to
don't
go
want
here.
craziness.
I don't want the crazy. I'd rather just have a
I
nice,
love today.
relaxing. No.
Yeah, for me,
Nope.
you get swept up and like there's so many people
That's
out
not
and you see
Christmas, though.
people.
It's not
but it's
Christmas.
it's not the shopping. It's like that everybody's out. Yeah, it's that FOMO, it's that fear of missing out. Like everybody's there, I should go to be a part of that and get swept up in so many people around. And it feels
but
like
there's
kind
gonna
of
be
there's some good cheer.
So many people for the next few weeks.
Yeah, that's okay. Then go for lunch and just, wow, it's Black Friday. Let's go. Holiday season's underway. Let's get out there.
No.
And you don't like that. I love that. I think it's
I
great.
like holiday shopping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to go when it's ridiculously busy. And Black Friday in the past has been ridiculously
Yeah.
busy. I don't know.
That's the way I feel about Boxing Day, but I think I'm just exhausted of it all by then.
We went 1 year. My mom took us Boxing Day shopping, and now, like you said with Steph, it was a thing. Like it was,
Yeah.
it was
Lining
a
up.
big event. We'd never been before, and both my sister and I were like, we want to go Boxing Day sale shopping. Like we hear that it's like this awesome thing. Let's go. We'll take our Christmas
got
money and we'll
money.
go
Yep,
shopping.
yep.
And we did it 1 year. And we were good.
You were cured of
like
it,
that story
or-
you told me earlier this morning. I was like, yeah, I don't need to do that again.
Right. Exactly.
It's not that we didn't get good deals. It wasn't that we didn't enjoy it. It was kind of like, yep,
Been
done
there.
it. Don't
Yeah.
need to do it again.
Yeah,
I'm
from
good.
my mom, she would get up early. I think she would line up to get next year's wrapping paper, right? Save 50 cents. God bless you in heaven, Mom. But now that I think back, it's like that's a lot to save. Well, like how much was a roll of wrapping paper
Certainly.
back then?
Absolutely.
So she
that
saved
kind of thing
50 cents?
I can't foo-foo on because you're being smart.
Yeah.
You're thinking of next year. And of
Frugal,
course,
yeah.
if it like our Christmas tree.
I asked you,
if we'd
yeah.
been smart, we would have bought it at the end of season last year.
I said that to Kath because she said maybe we do need it because I've been talking about your tree and the darn
Yeah.
remote problem
Yeah,
we had this
stupid
week.
fob.
And she was like, you know what, maybe we do need a new tree because she started plugging it together and we'll probably put it up this. In fact, I know we're going to put it up this weekend.
about time.
I know, so late to you who have it up on Labor Day. But she said, maybe we do need a new tree. So she was looking through flyers, and I back in my head, I'm not going to get in the way because I'm married, and you just pick your battles. But hey, Boxing Day, let's get a new one for next year.
Well,
Now
yeah.
we'll put up with this one, but it's like this one still works. If we're gonna, let's do it next year. Save the money and put it away. But the romance of having the new tree this year and not waiting till next year.
Well, no,
but I
that
do
was the
like
best.
the crowds.
I will say,
I would have gotten that wrong if you had been asked. Does Charity like Black Friday or
No.
dislike it? I would have said, oh, she's a kid in a candy store on Black
no,
Friday.
God, no. I am not a shopper.
Yeah.
You have this persona of me, I think, this vision of me. I am not a shopper at all. That's my sister, my mom.
got it wrong.
I am not.
Yeah.
You're
like a man?
I am.
You're a buyer, not a
I know
shopper?
what I want, yes.
Yeah, I go to buy, I don't go to shop.
Exactly.
Right.
When I go,
Yeah.
I want to get it done. I want to get the gift. Now, sometimes it's hard when I don't know what I'm getting. I get very frustrated at that because I wait for inspiration, and when it doesn't happen, I get very angry. But if I know what I
Gift
want,
cards.
exactly. If I know what I want, I'm going to go get it, and I'm leaving. I don't want to browse. I don't want to. No.
Wow.
Not for me.
Walk slow, listen to the music. Oh, hey.
I do. No,
Okay.
I do. It's not like I'm running in the store and running out. I will stroll
There goes Charity.
But I know what I want. I'll go get it, and I'm out.
Total sales today across North America, $158 billion is the expectation.
Is that
That's
all?
the guess. 158. 76% of adults in North America plan to shop today. Average budget, $575. Today on Black Friday.
Wow.
Overall, this holiday season in North America, $209 billion. 16 of that will be spent. 16% of that will be spent today, tomorrow, and Monday.
Because today's Black Friday, tomorrow's Small Business Saturday.
Right.
Monday, Cyber Monday. You're talking about the online.
Monday.
And that's why I was interested. You said that Black Friday doesn't hold the same craziness because we have Cyber Mondays.
Exactly.
It's a thing now.
Yeah.
So why would you online shop today when chances are pretty good if you're going to online shop?
Right. Yep.
Monday's the day to do it because the deals are there. And then let's not forget the most important day coming up, Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because once you do all your shopping, save a little bit to give. Very important.
We always say, I get up on my soapbox, you and I who have worked with, your name's Charity, for God's sakes. And we've worked with so many organizations.
Kind of born to give back.
Let's not just think that, well, I'll donate some money that's left over. No, put money in the envelope now, then go shop.
When you're doing your budget. It doesn't have to be a lot.
No, of
and
course
I think
not.
people worry about that. And it's not that you have to give, but if you can. Just a few dollars.
Kettles are out there for Salvation Army.
And you know what? That's a great way to do it.
Lots of trees for hospitals and the Children's Foundation. You can buy
drop
angels.
some change here and there and as you go. And it does add up. And it can all make a difference.
Giving Tuesday with Starboard Cares here at 95.5 and Cool 100. We're going to be donating beds with Sleep Country to a couple of organizations on Giving Tuesday. So more about that. Yeah, so
and
whatever you can do.
Did you see the email from Emily as well? Our World Kindness Day. We were collecting donations for a toy drive for the Belleville Firefighters toy drive. They were delivered yesterday, so we're kind of jump starting the giving, and they were delivered. So that's kind of nice. Just make a point. Older boys.
Older boys
need toys. They need toys too, so keep that in mind.
And I know why, because you know what? Of all of the demographics, they're not the cutest. Like everybody wants to give to a 5-year-old.
I have an older boy.
Yeah.
He's becoming older with every second, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
It's true. It's hard to buy for the older boys. I get it.
And they kind of slip your mind. They don't show up on the cute, cuddly commercials.
No.
Girls do and small children. You forget.
Yeah.
There's a 12-year-old out there
who deserves a gift as well.
He would like a gift. So keep that in mind if you're doing shopping and plan to donate stuff to the firefighter toy drive. Now they're going to have like 1,000.
But you know what? Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Because
they'll put it away for next year.
Turcotte and the guys, will never be wasted.
Never be wasted.
Also going on this weekend, Connie Carson, longtime real estate agent with Royal LePage. If the house you're living in right now, if Connie didn't sell it to you, she bought it off the person who owned it before you. Like she's just been a hand in like every house in town. And that's why it would make sense that she would write a book called Memories of Belleville.
A very interesting story.
Yeah.
Through COVID, she picked up this hobby of sharing memories, and she shares a great story about that. But yeah, that's where it all came about. She put a book out last year, and now she's got a second book, and she's going to have a book signing, the whole shebang, tomorrow with the Empire Theatre.
Take us back to day one when you wrote the first book, Memories of Belleville. What prompted that?
Well, that was kind of a really strange time because COVID had just hit, and we were like kind of all trying to figure out how to navigate through the COVID. I was laying in bed one evening, and I was thinking about everything, and I thought, well, why don't I make another Facebook group and kind of talk about some of the old memories that we used to, that we have, and maybe start to make us all feel a little bit better about reliving old memories. And so I started this little Facebook group I got up the next morning and I had over 100 people, and then it's grown to 13,000 people.
Wow.
So it kind of it sort of sparked the idea that maybe I could write a book about it, about my memories of downtown Belleville.
And that was released. So that's exactly what you did, and it was released about this time last year.
Yeah, it was.
And since then, I'm assuming that more memories have come out because this weekend you're getting ready to release book number 2.
Exactly. Yeah. The first book went really well and sold out very quickly, and I still had lots of time on my hand because I was recovering from some health problems too. So I thought, well, why don't I just keep writing? And the next thing you know, by the end of the summer, I had another book together.
So, Memories of Belleville. Now, are these memories that were shared through the Facebook page, Connie, more like pictures, or are they stories?
They're stories, and they were it brought back the Facebook group brought back a lot of my own memories. So I started to write stories about what my memories of downtown Belleville, because I was born here and I raised and over 7 decades of and I kind of lived right down on Front Street, or not very far away. So the old Front Street was really important to me, the downtown district, and so that's kind of how I got going with it.
Connie Carson, you know, of course, as being a Royal LePage real estate agent. She is a fundraiser around town. I know she did so much with the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes program, and now author of Memories of Belleville, and now more Memories of Belleville. You're having a book launch this weekend.
We are, yes. This Saturday from 1 to 4 down at the Empire Theater Lounge. We're going to be in the lounge there.
Now, will you be reading from the book, Connie?
I won't be reading. It's not. Last year we had a big launch, but it was a virtual. We couldn't get together. So I had quite a few people come in and actually read stories from the book, which was a lot of fun. But this time it's just a book signing, but I'll be there, and I know lots of people want to kind of stop and visit and bring back the old memories again.
Absolutely.
So when you start penning even more memories...
That's exactly what I was going to call it, Mark.
Of course you are. How important now is this connection with the Facebook to get other people involved, because then it can take on a whole life of its own. Then it isn't simply yours. It's the interactions that we've all had with each other, which creates an even deeper web of memories.
Yeah, I don't know where this is all going to end, but sure having lots of fun on the way.
Well, and I'll admit, Connie, I'm a member of the Facebook page, the Sharing Belleville Memories page that's up here, and some of the pictures that are posted, it's incredible, and you really did tap into river of memories here.
It's so interesting because, like last night, I posted a photo. Somebody had sent me a photo from a family that had been in Belleville in 1910, the Barrett family, and it was an incredible photo. It showed they were working in a store, and the girls, the outfits on them, and the guys. It was just, and I thought, holy cow! But this little memory's been buried, and nobody knew about it. But it's all they're related.
Wow,
it's amazing. And I'm sure there are people who have moved from this area or who have relatives here in Belleville. When they see this or when they stumble across it, it really, really gives them a sense of community and where they came from.
It really does. And I had a gentleman from Australia, and this was so cool. He 94 years old, and he reached out to me in my Sharing Belleville Memories group and started telling me about his story. He had been born in Belleville and lived in Belleville, grew up in Belleville, and he ended up moving away to Australia. And he was talking about his adventures of growing up in Belleville, and it was really cool. I was quite taken by the letter, and he thanked me profusely for the group. And then I didn't hear anything for a while, and I reached out to his family, and they told me that he had passed away in July. And then I got so interested in him, I started to research him to find out who he was and where he'd come from. And it turned out he was a billionaire that started a business in Australia with his wife. And, he had a wonderful life. And I thought, oh, my goodness, you just don't know where you're going to end up from when you come from Belleville.
No.
Right. Started all right here.
Yeah.
It started right here. Yeah, it was such a cool story.
Absolutely.
And 1 until 4 on Saturday at the Upper Lounge at the Empire Theater. You'll be there with the books, and we wish you all the best with it. And thanks for opening up the Facebook page and sharing, because, as you say, you certainly ticked on a nerve. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's not the Upper Lounge. It's right in the lobby. So
in the lobby.
They don't have to go upstairs.
They just have to walk through the door, and there you'll be.
Right, there I'll be.
I like to walk down the stairs like I'm making an entrance.
Mark even put up a marquee, so this is pretty exciting.
All right, then. Well, it's a big deal. It's a book launch. It's a big deal. Connie Carson, a real estate agent, important person in town for fundraising, and best-selling author, historist. What do we call you? You're
A storyteller.
a storyteller. That's what you are, an archivist. That's the word I'm thinking of, an archivist.
No, like I said, I'm not a great author, but I sure am a good storyteller. and some of them are even true.
Thanks so much. More memories of Belleville. You can pick up your copy this Saturday again, Empire Theater, when Connie Carson will be there for the launch of her latest book. Thank you so much, Connie.
Great. Good talking to you guys.
You too.
So stop by, share memories of Belleville. So as you heard, it'll show up in even more memories of Belleville.
Well,
the third in the box set.
As I said, I am a member of that Facebook page because it's interesting to see. No, I didn't grow up in Belleville, but I grew up in the Quinte area and have Belleville connections. So to see the city back then, even now, it doesn't, not all the memories go back 50, 60 years.
Yeah, you don't need a centennial.
These are 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah. The Yardman being turned into the CAA arena. It's not that long ago, some of these memories. It's just really cool to revisit and see how this community has grown and changed and to hear these stories.
That's a great point. You don't have to have been born in Belleville to share the memories you had being here. It shocks me when I think about that this is going to be our 25th Christmas. In Belleville, yeah. Where did 25 years go when we got here in 98?
And what has changed? I'm sure when you first moved here, Hastings Manor, that's right across the street, was not Hastings Manor.
No, that's
here today.
It was about the size of an ice cream shop.
Exactly.
And now, look at it.
Yeah. The changes that have occurred in the last 25 years, last 10 years, last 50 years, it's pretty neat to go back and look at.
More memories of Belleville. You can get that book signing. And as she mentioned, if you don't have the first one, they'll put it together as a little set, be a nice little gift under the tree for the budding archivist, as I said, in your family, or one to have around the house when family and friends from outside the area, especially if they were from here originally, have it around the house for them to look at.
Yeah, exactly. If someone has moved from this area and have ties to this city, how cool would it be for them to look back?
And all because she started a Facebook page. Yeah. You never know.
You never know.
So enjoy your weekend. We're back at it with Cyber Monday on Monday and everything, including Jimmy Hollywood being back. So we'll see what the box office looks like, latest from Hollywood, and how much he gained over the American Thanksgiving. All that coming up on Monday with Mark and Charity Mornings on 95.5 Hits FM. Have a great weekend.